Thanks for joining us on YouTube for more unusual facts. Today we're going to talk about public marriage proposals that have gone terribly wrong. 53% in fact say that they would change something about their proposal if they could. 22% would change the location. 14% say that something about the engagement ring is what they would change. Another 14% wish that different people had been present for the cue popping. 10% wanted a different engagement date. And 3% would change something else. Yowza. But what if it completely goes wrong? We're going to talk about these public marriage proposals that have gone terribly wrong. Number 1. For one girl, it was after just dating 3 to 4 months. She told her then boyfriend, now ex-husband, that she loved him, and instead of just saying, "I love you" back, he skipped that step and he asked her how she would feel about a summer wedding the following year. Whatever, she says. I was 24, so I was thrilled. She says they designed their own rings, they had them made in a shop in the East Village, and that was really cool, but she never got the iconic proposal moment that she hoped for. After they picked up the rings, he did this jokey mock proposal thing in his bedroom. He got down on one knee and was all, "Haha, will you marry me?" You might be groaning, but she let out a sigh and said yes. Number 2. Here's a couple that drove to Key West for the weekend. It was her husband's plan to propose on the pier as the sun was setting the next day, because he knew just how much she loved watching the sunset. But he couldn't wait. He had no patience at all, so they arrived at Key West at 11 p.m. and he said, "Let's go for a walk." But that was totally out of character for him, especially given they'd just driven 4 hours and he was exhausted. She kind of knew something was up. They walked along the beach for about a half a minute, and then he got down on one knee. Although it was beautiful, she said, she really isn't complaining. It kind of would have been nice if it would have happened as the sun was setting on the pier. And here's the third public marriage proposal that went terribly wrong. One man's proposal was not a home run at Fenway Park. Red Sox fans witnessed an unidentified man's failed attempt at scoring himself a fiancée on that Sunday. According to a video captured by a fan, it appears the man is asking for his girlfriend's hand in marriage on the big screen. But rather than a sweet embrace, the couple is caught arguing. The cameraman turns away from the tense moment and the fans begin to weigh in on the awkward moment on social media. The cameraman turns away from this tense moment and fans begin to weigh in on that awkward moment that hit social media. Sports columnist Ty Anderson took to Twitter writing, "Holy hell, somebody just proposed to their girlfriend at Fenway Park and I think she said no." Could it get worse? Let's find out. Number 4. In 2008, Londoner Lefkos Haji stuffed a $12,000 diamond ring into a helium balloon. What is this guy thinking? Something must have happened in the handoff of this balloon because girlfriend Leanne only got to watch that $12,000 ring float away into the sky. A hysterical 2-hour car chase ensued, but that balloon ultimately outran the car. Levkos Haji had been planning this proposal for ages, is what he told the publication The Sun. He thought that he would give Leanne a pin so that she could literally be popped the question. Then he had to tell her the story about what was in that balloon, and she went absolutely mad. Number 5. Things went slightly better for New Yorker Don Walling, who proposed to Gina Pelicani in the pedestrian walkway above the Brooklyn Bridge in 2009. The ring fell out of the box and onto the road below. "I watched it fall through a crack in the bridge right between the planks," says Miss Pelicani. She told this to the Today Show. Mr. Walling climbed down the bridge tower, triggered a suicide alert, convinced police he wasn't a jumper, and he was able to finally retrieve the ring, which had been run over. Its diamond? Luckily undamaged. While a wedding is and will always be the domain of the bride, the proposal may be the one real event that the groom really has any part of, or appears to have any part of. A lot of men are wanting to do elaborate and unique proposals, and they're just not sure how to pull them off. And sometimes they go terribly wrong. Another marriage proposal gone completely wrong, and this one may make your stomach turn. Number 6. It was a stomach, not a roadway, that snatched up Reed Harris's ring for his girlfriend. His girlfriend's stomach, no less, is where that ring ended up. In 2009, the New Mexico man dunked the engagement ring in his girlfriend's milkshake, waiting to film her glee as she discovered it at a Wendy's diner. Instead, Caitlin Whipple swallowed the diamond band whole. In the end, Mr. Harris proposed in a hospital where an x-ray showed the ring glowing behind the woman's ribcage. Miss Whipple accepted, and her ring reemerged 2 days later. I have never been so excited about my bodily functions, is what she told the Daily Mail. A 7th couple with a terrible marriage proposal. A couple in New Zealand attacked by a group of geese when the guy had romantically planned to propose at a park in the country. They reached the spot, he thought it was clean enough, and he got down on a knee. He began his romantic proposal, but was promptly interrupted by a goose attack. Those two lovebirds ran to their car where the proposal was finalized. An 8th couple with a terrible marriage proposal. It takes a lot of courage for any man to make the bold step of going down on one knee and asking the woman he loves to marry him. A YouTube star known as Pretty Boy Fredo pulled a marriage proposal prank on his girlfriend at the mall. People gathered with cameras to record the event. The girlfriend said, "I am sorry." Is that a no? A few people started to laugh. There was one man, though, that came out to encourage the YouTube star. He was terrified. Although few people started laughing, there was one man that came out to encourage him. He was terrified. Our 9th couple. Huang Yang asked her girlfriend, Wang Ziyu, to marry her at a graduation ceremony at Guangdong University of Foreign Studies in China. Same-sex marriage is not recognized in China, and soon after the proposal, Ziyu was questioned by the university's party secretary. Last year, the university held a group wedding ceremony for 50 graduates and celebrated their love. But same-sex love was treated differently, Ziyu sighed. Ziyu explained. And our 10th and final couple. Irish tradition says that on the 29th of February, leap year, women are allowed to propose to the man. This girl, who had been dating a bloke for 2 weeks, is that normal for Irish time? She decided to take advantage of this tradition. I mean, come on, otherwise she'd have to wait another 4 years, right?
Thanks for watching Unusual Facts. Make sure you subscribe to get more unusual facts on all kinds of subjects.